The Democrats can't even clap for children. You guys showed the elected officials, not just like woke lefty TikTok 13-year-olds. These are 60, 70-year-old women, elected fucking officials, grown-ass adults that can't even stand up and honor a child just because they're being honored by Trump. What happened to decorum? What happened? Like, what the fuck is happening? Shame on everyone in that room who couldn't just stand up to honor kids. I think it was the State of the Union address that happened last night. I wish I had watched it. We are going to have Republican presidents for the next 30 years, at least. And I am so happy about that. Keep showing your asses, please. If I have never been more proud to not be a Democrat. You cannot even stand up for a child. Even a child of color. I know you guys don't care about the white kids that were there. Like the little white girl, I don't know her name. She's not little, but I think she's college age now. But she was injured by a trans athlete and by a young man who wanted to play in women's sports. Why would young men want to play in women's sports? Isn't that embarrassing as a human? Like, I don't get, I would be so embarrassed if I went and cheated. That's literally cheating. If you have such a physical advantage over someone and you're like, let me go play in a smaller pool so that I can win and look like the champion, like, you just have an ego problem. Wouldn't you want to compete with people that are at your level? I truly. But that's the woke left. And one of the girls last night, I need to know her name, I'll go figure it out, but she was playing volleyball and a boy was playing against her and he gave her a traumatic brain injury and partially paralyzed her and ruined her chances of playing in college. They couldn't stand for her either. And people on the left don't care about her. They don't care. I mean, but the fact that you guys, that the Dems couldn't stand up. And again, it's one thing for idiot civilians to act that way, or for TikTok chronically online, middle schoolers to act that way. That's one thing. For your elected officials to act that way on television, like, that's Congress. That's so embarrassing. They don't care about anybody except for their political agenda. They will harm anybody to make Donald Trump look bad. Like, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. You don't have to like Donald Trump, but you have to admit, you don't have to do anything, but please open your eyes to how foul that is. I can't. And then this boy, he's a little boy, he's a boy of color, I think he's black. He literally beat a terminal illness. I don't even know if he's still sick, but he's always wanted to be a police officer, and Trump literally made him a Secret Service agent or something last night. Like, it's the sweetest thing in the world. And the Dems in Congress couldn't even honor him. He's 13 years old. There is a special place in hell for people like that. You're gonna, in front of a child, not honor him. You're gonna sit there. The camera pans to the whole room, and you can just see all the Democrats sitting there, like little cult members. And all of them are watching each other like, if you stand up, none of us are standing up. He's a fucking child. And Donald Trump even said, he's like, I could literally cure cancer, and you guys would still sit there. And that's the truth. And if you don't want to be here, leave. Leave. And you can stay miserable the next 20 years while the Republicans and the real adults run things. And thank God. And Trump also said that no child should ever be told that they're in the wrong body. Oh, thank God. We have an actual adult in office. And we need more adults to stand up. And I'm not going to stay quiet about this stuff. I just got to learn how to manage social media at this point. We need more sanity. We need more sane voices. I will never be quiet. I will never be scared to stand up to this stuff ever again. The Democrats have lost their minds. The left has lost their minds. I watched it happen. And people who used to be normal Democrats are now conservatives. And I didn't even know I didn't know what I was till this year. But now it's very clear what side I will be on. I hate to break things down to such a simple level, but it truly is the side of psychosis or the side of sanity. Which are you going to stand on? I don't know if it is nuanced at this point. If you can't celebrate a child for whatever side you're on, if you can't put your ego aside, if we can't... I am so proud So proud that I voted for that man, and for JD Vance, and for sanity. I see so many Democrats in the comments and they're like, well, yeah, last night was my final straw. Good. Good. I think people can't even wrap their mind around the fact that we finally have a real leader who wants to give us money back, who wants to cut all the crazy corruption and government spending, and he's not a perfect man, no one is. But we are watching something so historically amazing. Amazing. And I feel sorry for you if you are living in delusion and fear. So, shame on everyone who would hurt a child for their political agenda. Who can't be happy for a child because who would publicly snuff a child. What a perfect encapsulation of how gross the woke left is. You guys scream that you want equality. You scream you want all these things, but you only want it for people who are on your side. And you are a dangerous mob. Insanity is winning. And it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. Wow. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, this video is for educational purposes only. So nice to meet you, though, honey.